Welcome back to the Boston College Dynasty here on College Football 26. I am Vita Productions, and we are now at the halfway point of season number 1 of the BC Dynasty. And we see over here we are off to a horrible 1-5 start for Coach Dubman. Not doing good, but in this episode, we are going to go as we are now at the halfway point of the season. Before we go and see how recruiting has gone, I want to tell you guys that please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notifications when these videos do come out. And we do have some recruiting updates here, especially at one commitment that we're going to get into right now. And our first commit will be Matt McClelland, a strong safety 2-star out of New Canaan, Connecticut, is our first to say, yes, let's become a Boston College Eagle despite how bad we are so far this part of the season. And then now those that are still remaining, we got Rob Gray is leading us. He has a week 10 visit. We got Tyler Finneran, who came in. He was a newer addition to the recruiting board. He is our leader right now. Martin Pugh, another newer, he is the newer addition as the quarterback. He's a dual threat here. He's a 3-star out of Riverton, New Jersey. Our only tailback here, we are now in a little bit of a fight as we have Justice Duhan, who actually did visit in the game against Clemson. Had a visit with UMass, so things should be interesting here, but it looks like UConn has the upper hand right now. It looks like he could be going to UConn, which is actually going to be our next opponent coming up in the next video. Cornell Sexton, the 4-star wide receiver at Massachusetts, looks like he's getting ready to commit to BC at any time now. We got Jason Corbin at 3-star left tackle. We have a clear lead over UMass and Miami, Ohio. UMass is the only other school that has actually offered him to this point, so his deal breaking is an A+. I think we might get him some playing time. Another left tackle, we got Marvin Stoke, out a 3-star out of Irvington, New Jersey. We do have a clear lead, but Delaware, Rutgers, and Temple have also offered him scholarships. Who knows how things will be changing in the coming weeks. Carl Church, a right tackle, the 3-star right tackle out of Buffalo, New York, and we do have a clear advantage. We're the only school that has offered him so far to this point. And as you see, Arkansas State, Rutgers, they don't showing a little interest, but not as much interest. But as I said, who knows how things will be in the coming weeks. Chad McGregor, another right tackle, 3-star right tackle out of Alexandria, Virginia. We do have a sizable lead. However, Navy has offered him a scholarship as well. They're the only other school that has shown any interest. As you can see, the other schools like UConn, Buffalo showing a little bit of interest, but you barely see anything for Penn State, East Carolina, James Madison, or UMass. Now, left guard, we got Kai Flavors, 3-star out of Everett, Mass. And it looks like we have a sizable advantage over Arkansas State and everybody else that's on the board. Conference prestige, he only wants a D+. We have an A conference. We are definitely a very strong conference. Andre Ajabo, we are number 2 behind Buffalo. He did have a week 5 visit in the game against Cal. And he will be having a week 9 visit, which will actually go into our next video when he does finally visit Buffalo, who's ahead of us right now. It doesn't look like Nebraska, even though he's at number 3, but I don't think Nebraska's in any consideration to this point. They are no threat to at least pass up BC. Definitely no threat to pass up Buffalo. 4-star recruit Pierre Terrell, right guard. We actually do have a good advantage over them. Notre Dame and Penn State have offered. Notre Dame is actually going to be the 3rd game, I believe, of this of next video, so that is a future opponent of ours, but nobody has yet scheduled him a visit to this point. DeMarcus Waller out of Fairfield, Ohio. We do have a Week 8 visit, and that is actually going to be the first game of this upcoming video against UConn. He'll be visiting us. Boise State's ahead of us. However, they does have a Week 13 visit for them. They have offered. Miami of Ohio has offered. And as much as you see Air Force and Army in the top 5, I think they're going to be locked out real soon. And then we got Benjamin Bryant, a defensive tackle out of Cleveland, Ohio. We're the only school that has offered him, and we are in first place. Harvey Rawlings. And I think this one's actually going to be a little bit of a better battle than we think. We have 5 different schools that have offered him. We are top of his list. But you got NC State. I think they are peaking. Georgia Tech is right there. Tennessee and South Carolina. I think he's going to eventually lock out Auburn, Georgia, and Florida State in the next couple of weeks or so. Manny Isaacs. Another Week 8 visit. Again, coming up. The UConn game coming up in the next video. That will be the first game of that next video. We have a Week 8 visit with him. We offered, Notre Dame was offered, and they are moving up, but Wisconsin has the lead right now. They do have a Week 13 visit. He does have a Week 13 visit to Madison, so I don't think anything is going to be done yet. And still, stay tuned because Notre Dame is moving up, so who knows how that will turn out in the coming weeks. Then we got Earl Crouch, and I think right now, we're the only school that's offered him, and I think within the next couple of weeks, he is going to commit to us. Taj Dubois is another out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the 3-star outside linebacker, or strong linebacker, I think, because that's a Sam. He, I think, is going to be committing to us pretty soon. However, you do have Toledo and Miami, Ohio, as well as Buffalo Bowling Green. They have offered him scholarships. So I'm not going out and saying that it's a foregone conclusion right away because you don't know what will happen in the next couple of weeks. Nobody has yet to schedule him a visit. Hopefully we can get that pretty soon to get him scheduled. Another Sam position here. We have Kai Jackson. I think he is a newer player added to our recruiting board here. He is out of Chula Vista, California, a JUCO sophomore. 3-star, and we have offered him, but then there's still like you see in the top 10 list, only Washington State, I believe, has offered him to this point, even though he has Texas, Oregon, LSU, Duke, and USC ahead of them, with UNLV, UConn, and Rutgers also rounding out that top list here. So I want to see how things will go. We did offer him, gave him 25 hour scouting points, so I'm hoping that he can move us up in the next couple recruiting video. We could actually have him closer to the top. And then we have Caesar Smoot, a middle linebacker outside of La Jolla, California. We're the only one that has offered him, and as of right now, I think we are actually going to land him. I think we'll probably land him by the end of next video. John Gaddis, another one that was just added. Army right now is the only other school that has offered out of the top 10 list. And then we have Nick Ream, cornerback, 3-star cornerback out of Connecticut. We're the only school that has offered. He has a visit this week. As again, he's visiting the UConn game. Our 5-star recruit, Jeremy Pope. He just had a visit against Clemson. I mean, he still has schools like Syracuse, Pitt, Michigan State, and West Virginia. Everybody in the top 5. We were the first school that scheduled a visit. He does have scheduled visits with Pitt, Syracuse, and then Michigan State. However, West Virginia is the only school that has yet to schedule him a visit. We are actually right now number 1 on the list, but things could change. Hoping that we can land this talented cornerback out of Staten Island. Charan Chun, we are leading him early on in this recruiting battle here. We are number 1. He moved up to number 1 recently, but yet we still have other schools such as Mississippi State, UTSA. All those, they we don't have a sizable advantage, I don't think, at this point with him, but I'm glad to see that we have number one for the 3-star cornerback out of Birmingham. And then Greg Hundley, the 1-star strong safety out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. The only strong safety that is of need right now. We had a week 5 visit. He visited us during the Cal game, and it looks like I'm not going to say it's foregone conclusion, but unless something really happens, I think he's going to land up in Chestnut Hill coming up next season. And then last but not least, we have Luis Gomes, a 2-star kicker out of Oakdale, Connecticut, and we're the only school that has offered. He has not even trimmed it down to his top 5, so we can't schedule him a visit, but unless something really happens, he's going to be our kicker of the future. And on tap for the next episode, we will have 3 games, starting off with a home game against UConn, a non-conference game, then at number 18, Louisville, and then another last technically non-conference game against a rivalry of number 17, Notre Dame. And that is going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to this channel. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notifications when these videos do drop. And also don't forget to go back to the original recruiting episode where I went over the original recruiting board. So you can look at the template that I left in the pinned comment section if you want to redeem a prospect in this dynasty. And also don't forget that I will have maximum football coverage or maximum football content coming out every Friday around 7 p.m. Eastern. That will be a standalone video. Nothing else will be made that day. So I do try to get these videos out at least every Saturday for games and then Monday for recruiting. And then it gives me some time to actually work on other stuff, as I'm also now part of an online dynasty that I got talked into by a good friend of mine on these platforms. So you can watch me over on Twitch as well. I'll leave a link in the description down below to my Twitch information. Until then, you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out, Pisons. The next we'll see the UConn, Louisville, and Notre Dame game. Could Boston College snap this 5-game losing streak? Find out on next episode.